Hi, good evening, all. This is SK. I hope you all did good last week and did good today. It was a roller coaster ride for me today. Initially, I thought I'm just gonna make few $100s and I'm done for the day. Before I do this video, I wanted to share that yes, I was more bullish from the open, and that was the mental blockage I had. I could not see the short setups today. It's like it's like I can try as much as I want. At the end of the day, I'm human, but if I'm towards the bull setup, I will. One thing which I wanted to share with you guys is that if you see, I did not forced my trade. I was at 9:35. I made $525. Which I shared from my account. That as long yes, I'm long as we are above 1874. Just see, and then after almost a couple 2 hours, if you guys know my training by now, you should know that by 10:30 I'm done for the day. By 11:18, 11 about 2 hours after that, I just made $762. The reason I was not taking much trades, because the setup was not right for bulls, and mentally I was looking for aggressive bears to take the low of the day with the follow through, which was not coming as well. So I was just, I was missing a lot of trades, but I was sure that I'm not losing any money. The chance comes, the opportunities come every day in and out. But the thing is, we have to be committed, disciplined. Most of the days when we do our pre determination, the pre trend lines before the market opens at the Globex chart, we do make our setup that it looks bullish. We're going for the next leg up, and I believe most of the guys were bullish. And this kind of a first candle closing was a shock to me. Honestly, how I made in first 5 minutes, how I made this money. I bought low, it went high. I sold it, and it was more likely a scalp. It was a suicidal scalp, you can say. When I saw this kind of a candle, the guys who were swing traders, who just they were holding a negative position, and they stopped below this. But I did this, and this first candle was a surprise for me. So let's take a recap, what should have been done. The first candle tells us, we are short, but we are about near the low of the previous day. And let's see the next candle. Now, very important, the next candle is bear as well, with the big tail on the top. So this tells us that we are going for the next leg down. We are going for aggressive selling below. Do I take this position? I did not took this position, but the traders who are shorting this market, they will look how they will take this position is they will short this market with the stop near the high of the day. Understand, two consecutive candles tails, and how the bears will be taking this position is as they will short this market, stop at the high of the day, so that they can see a swing out of this move. Why they will look for the swing, why it's not aggressive, because it's not, I mean, this tail here, it's not looking good for bears as well. That means bulls, just after the close of this candle, they bought it, but sellers came in, they sold it. So let's see what happens next candle. Next, we see this kind of a price action. We see a bull candle just after the close. Bull started buying. I have a friend on Twitter. He messaged me that SK, I lost some money because he bought this candle. Please, I cannot stress this enough. This, first of all, we are looking for the second entry long, but is this a second entry? No, this is a first entry. This is not a second entry. This is a bear pullback, or you can say bear sell off, or anything you want to call it. But this is a first entry long. This is not a second entry long. If you want to be long here, you need to have below the low of the day. You need to have 10-point stop. You need to have your stop somewhere around 1870. Somebody asked me that how I had 18 72 as a stop. I'll share that as well later in this video. But over here, this is the first entry long. I will go long if bulls take high of the day. I will go long if bulls take aggressively this high at a market order. They fill me up with the limit order, which is 1885. I'll take that and I will take a very small position with a stop near the low of the day. But as of now, what I see before the close, before the next candle, I will not take a position. This is a first entry long. I need a second entry long here. This is what I saw. Like we see bears were able to take the low of the day, but buyers came in and they went up. So what do you see in these four candles? 15-minute candle, 1, 2, 3. 15-minute candle is closing near the high, but the next candle is giving us a sell-off, and with this sell-off, the buyers came in near the low of the day. Do I buy this? I will only buy this if it fills me up 2 to 3 ticks above. Why I'm not buying near the close? Reason behind, we are in a trading range. If you see 1, 2, 3, 4 candles, we are in a trading range here. We are not. Let me draw this. We are in a trading range, so in a trading range, either we buy low, sell high, buy low. There is no trend, there is no breakout. Right now, we need to trade above 1884 to be bullish, or we need to trade below 1878 for the next leg down. This is what it's very important to understand the first few candles. Right now for me, the 15-minute candle gave us a bull signal, but the next candle giving us a bad signal, which is a sell-off. So this is what we saw. We saw a very bad leg down. This is a breakout. So what will happen with the breakout? Breakout will give us at least 2 to 3 pushes down. Did I took this trade? No, I did not took this trade. I was again, I'm a human as well. Like sometimes you just have a mental blockage. You see the overall picture. My focus was mostly on a weekly chart. I was. My whole focus was this. We have seen these tails, and we ended up in a bull body, in a week. So my focus was this. My focus was the global market. We are long, we are bound to have a bounce. So this is what prevented me, this is what stopped me to take these short trades today on our e-mini. But is this a trade? Is it a tradable trade? Can we we could have made money trading this as well, but overall the bigger picture was we are going long. But this is not the setup to buy as well. This is a setup if you're just planning to trade long. This is not the setup to buy. We should wait. There is not even a single bull body. There is not even a single entry. Where should we go? Right now we have seen a bear breakout. For a bear breakout, we need to see a follow through to see 1 or 2 legs down. Is this a shot? Yes, this is a shot, because the bear breakout came out at the low of the day, which is about 1878. From the 1878, we saw this. This is a shot with the stop high of this candle, which is 1880. And you see, this candle went about 1879, but it did not go high off this thing, because high of this thing would have triggered buy for us, but it did not traded above this candle. So there is no buy, there is a sell. So like most of the traders have who shorted this, they have scaled in higher. They might have taken their profit here. Again, there is a problem with the bull case, as well as there is a problem with the bear case. These bulls, these tails here, bulls are trying everything. They are buying. There are 2 type of bulls. Like one bull is like you, me, retailers. Like we are looking for quick scalps or swings around the market. But there are institutions who are taking positions in billions of dollars. They are buying. Their stop is 30, 40, 50, 60 points below. So they are buying for any reason. They know we are going for the next leg up. So over here, this is not a good case, like. But for few bulls, they are just buying. They're looking. They're not trading. It's the first day of the week for them, like they're weekly traders or they're monthly traders. They are buying for any reason, They are looking for. They got their bull signal from a weekly chart, so they will be buying right now. So this is what we saw, like we saw a follow through here as well. So what is this? Like we have breakout, we have one push, and we have a bull candle closing near the high. If you guys have seen my video, the previous videos, the pullback from this thing should not close near the high. Closing near the high means that bulls are buying, bulls are getting aggressive here, and this is not good. So as of now, is this a short? This is not a short. This is only a short if it comes a little bit. Like if it fills us up around 1875 ish. And we see the next follow through towards the lower side. So what did we saw? Like we saw that like the bulls tried, but the bears were not good enough. They didn't close near the close. This is a dodgy candle. This is a confusing price action. This is a price action where most of the traders can lose a lot of money, because right now if they are shorting, they are not confirmed. Like there is no confirmation from the bear side that is it good or is it going for the next leg down or not, because bears are not able to close towards the low of the candle. And is it a good sign for the bulls? Not neither for the bulls as well, because bulls were not able to close near the high of the candle. So right now, bulls, bears, retailers, small traders should just wait for the setup. This a first entry long? This is the first entry long only and only if only and only this is the first entry. Now we should wait for the second entry only and only if it takes us above 1877 and fills us up. So this is what we saw, like there is a bull candle, but it did not take us above 1877. It did not fill us up, and again we have a tail at the top. If you have seen few videos previously, like tail at the top for the second entry is not very promising. Okay, we got the tail, but now we need a bull aggressive buying here so that we can see the next leg up. As of now, if you're a bearish, you're already out of the picture. Like you're looking all these price action, you're like, wow, I didn't expect this. And if you're a bull, you're like, is it a strong entry? No, it's not. So right now it's something which is on a bigger picture, it's not a tradable setup. Like it's something where you can lose a lot of money. It's not even in a trading range no more. Like it's just neither bulls nor bears. They are failing at the both ends. So what happened here? Bears tried selling this, bulls bought this again and gave us this kind of a tail. So I mean, honestly, for me, I even do not know how to trade this. I think, like for me, I believe I did wanted to buy this, but I did not. The thing is, like right now I'm seeing these tails. I'm seeing these tails at the bottom. So bulls and bears both are making money, but it's a very small range. It's 1877. It's 1874. It's very easy to lose money. For me, this is not the setup. I mean, like if I would have seen this candle closing near the high, with a bull body, I would have bought with the stop below the low of the day. But as of now, I'm very confused. As of now, I mean, like today it was a very challenging time for me as well. Once in a month or a couple of days in a month, I do get very challenging trading action. Like a price action where I even do not understand, where I do not get the conviction to trade. It's like you can take this, you can have a stop here, but I like winning. I like breakouts. I like the setups which are more aggressive. Buying is missing, volume is missing, overall very weak price action, very easy to lose money. If I see at this, it looks like we're going for the next leg up with the stop below this. Tradable, but is it confirmed? Is it showing an aggressiveness in the bulls or bears? No. Okay, so this is what we saw. Like there is a breakout. So this is a second entry. Like now the any pullback coming. So again, it already got us filled and closed above 1877. Is it a buy? It is a buy, small position. It is a buy with the stop low of the day, and we know we are going for the next leg up. But the next leg up should take us somewhere around at the breakout point, which is 1879. So this is what we saw. This is the pullback. Are we buying? I'm buying this. Like I'm buying this for the next leg up. A quick swing, quick scalp, whatever I can get out of it. Again, understand, what did it do? Like it filled us up from here. This is the second entry, filled us up, big tail, small tail at the top. So this is a buy. This is if it fills us. Do I buy at the close? I do not buy at the close. I wait this to fill me up 2 to 3 ticks above, and then I'll scale a little bit lower with the stop, either the low of this candle or the stop of near the low of the day. So this is what we saw. If we bought this pullback as well, we made about 1 or 2 points. This is when I believe it was about the time where I made some kind of a money. I traded couple of contracts, not much. So over here I did took my profit because it reaches at 1879. What is 1879? 1879 is a breakout point. What happens at the breakout point? Breakout point becomes our resistance. This is a breakout. Now bulls will be testing the breakout. If we trade above 1880, 1881, I'm going long. If it does not trade above that, then we can get a pullback because we are testing the breakout. Either way, like if this is for the bulls, we will test the bull support. It's for the bears. Right now we are testing the bear resistance. So this is what we saw. Like we failed over here. Is it still a buy? I will not buy this. Why I will not buy this? Because I'm waiting for next leg up above 1880, 1881 or something like that. So we get a deeper pullback. Is it a short? It's not a short. Like I had a friend from Germany who shared this picture on the Twitter that asked, this is a short. This is not a short. Where are we? We are around 1875. We're just 2 to 3 ticks below is our support. Like for bears, we need the support to be taken. For bulls, we need this 1879 to be taken. So right now there is no trade. There is nothing which is high probability. This is a game of losing traders where we can lose a lot of money. Understand what happens at the breakout. At the breakout, we need to go above the breakout to go long for the next leg up. Right now bulls are losing their battle here. Bears are winning, but we are struggling for bears for the next leg down. They need to take for the true bears, for the aggressive bears. They will only come if we take 1872, the low of the day, and from the low of the day we need a follow through. This is what follows. Like we are near the low of the day, and we saw 3 bear candles. Like with one candle, a bull candle with a very small body with a very big tail. It's still not a good buy, but we need to see. I will short this market only if it goes below this. If it goes below 1872, am I getting aggressive to short right now? Yes, I'm getting aggressive to short right now. This is what we saw. Like I believe I did shorted one contract here, like because I was not ready to short, but like I did shorted this and covered somewhere down there. Like good shot, good breakout. But what happened with the breakout has a big buying. Breakout has the bulls are buying every low, every new low. Bulls are buying because bulls are looking for the next leg up, and this is making uh, uh, to push down as well. Like for me right now, what I'm looking is, like we are near the low of the day. We took the low of the day, but where are we closing? We are closing above the low of the day. So is it a short? Understand, please. this is the low of the day, 1874.44. We did took low of the day, but we are closing above the low of the day. So for me, the bulls are there, but bulls are not aggressive. For me, bears are not strong enough to take the next leg down. They are getting bought from every angle. They are getting bought at every new low. So this is what we saw. We saw a follow through. We saw bears trying to get their breakout. But what is this? This is a tail. Is it a shot? It's not a shot for me. Like for me, this is something like a suicidal. Like bears were not able to take the support. Over here, bears were trying for the follow through. Is it a good candle? If you guys remember, let me go back. This candle is something like this candle. You see this candle here? We let's say this is a breakout and this is the candle. This is the very similar price action what we are looking today. Price action doesn't change. We just need to remember what we have dealt with, what we have faced, and what we are going for the next step. Over here, if you see, it's the similar way just I shared with you. They are buying. Buyers are buying every low. I will only short this market if we go below 1870. Reason, 1870 has become a new support. 1870 is working as a new support, and we are just near the low of the day. 1872. It's not a good breakout. It's not a good follow through. So no selling, no bears. Still bullish, but there is no bull entry. There is no bull second entry long for me here. Is this a buy? We are above the breakout point. So what happened when the breakout fails? We see one or two legs to the other side. We have shared these things. When breakout failed, we see 1, 2, 3 pushes to the other side. It can be one big push. It can be two big pushes. It can be two big pushes, third breakout fail, anything. But we will see at least 4 to 5 to 10 points towards the other side. What's my target here? My target is I want to take 1776 where bulls failed. Then I want to take this breakout point, which is about 1879. And these are the two supports where we can see some resistance and we can see the next resistance. Is it a buy? It's not a buy. This is again a first entry, but a very, very good first entry. It's a very bullish first entry. And if you see my account, if you see here, I mentioned long ES. It's just after this I saw this, I said, okay, we're getting the next entry long, and I was ready to make some money. And this is what we saw. What happened here? We saw this. My entry was 2 ticks above this. I got filled. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to buy every pullback closing near the high, very aggressive. We have a next target above, which is 1880. What's going on? Bulls are buying, giving these tails. What's my stop? My stop is still below here, 1875. I'm okay with the pullback. With the 1875 was a breakout for me. I'm going long. This is the first entry, first push. I need at least 1 or 2 pushes more. This is what we saw. Did we close above it? We closed well above 1879. So what's going to happen next? We're going to see aggressive bulls, because now the bears are holding a negative position from their breakout point. We will be looking at aggressive bulls who will be taking the high of the day. This is what happened. Right after that, bulls came in the picture. They're like, okay, we're going for the next leg up. But if you know this price action, if you have seen this price action, if you have traded this price action, you will be like, okay, man, this is we are going for the next leg up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 bars. There is not even a single bear bar. So this is what we saw. This is push 1, push 2. And we saw the pullback. So after this, we are looking at the pullback. So we are looking at a third push now. We're above the high of the day. So my stop is 1882. I'm long as long as we're above 1882. We saw this kind of a pullback. It's a third attempt. Like third. This is a third attempt, or you can say this is a trading range. Like after this kind of a bull price action, they are resting. I will be bearish if we go below 1882, and the target will be about 1877. Like it'll be a quick scalp, but it'll be a profitable scalp. But as of now, I'm not looking at any bear entry. So is this is first entry for bear. We need a second entry, or we need a follow through. We are near the support. So we saw this kind of a price action. Like we saw a bounce here. Am I going long? No. If I did not trade this. If I'm trading this, I'm not taking this trade. For me, we are in a trading range right now. Like I need to trade well above 1886 to go for at least few points up. There we go. Like, is it a long? It's a buy. It's definitely a buy. Any pullback will be a buy. Our stop will be 1882. What happened? So after push 2, what did we saw? We saw a trading range, and this traders are taking this as push 3. But remember, like if let me share something here. We have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. We have 10 bull bars where there is not even a single bear bar. Few traders, few computers, when there is not even a single bear bar, they will take this as leg 1, they will take this as leg 2, and they will go for next 3 leg. This happens maybe once in a month. This kind of a price action. Like or this happens very 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 less. For me, I was done for the day. I was long from here. Like I was long from 1876, 1877, and I got 10 points. Like I really did very very good. Whereas I was getting my day to be over at $700, I made about 3 grand. This is what we're looking at. This is a follow through. This is a follow through. Like this is the next leg from this breakout. This is a true buying. Like this is a buying at close, buying at close, buying at close, moving your stop here, moving your stop here. We are always in profit after this. This is a doji candle. These are the tails coming in. Man, this kind of a tails start coming in we saw tails here. We are looking at tails here. What does it tells you? It tells you that, okay, either the bulls are taking their profit, or bears coming in the picture, and they are shorting the market. For me, I'll take my profit here. This is what we saw. Is it a buy or is it sell? For me, it will be a pullback buy with the stop 1886. But is it a good entry? No. I need to see to get filled above 2 to 3 ticks above the close of this, and I need to see that if I'm going short, I need to see a follow through here. But the short should take 1886 for me to be always in short. What's happening here? We have our stop, which is 1886. These kind of this kind of a pullback was expected, and we bounced from 1886. What is this 1886? 1886 is a breakout point from here, from this candle, and this is working as a support here. The bears only will come. The bulls will only give up if, as long as we're above this, the bulls are long. Like this is a breakout support. Like right now it proved that this is a good support. So right now bulls will be buying. This is first entry. Bulls will be looking for second entry, either above 2 to 3 ticks above this, or a pullback, and they're going for the next leg up. There you go. You can buy this, and you make about 3 to 4 points. Now I'm just gonna fast forward this. What's happening here? This is very interesting. Like we have a support here, and we have a resistance which is 1891. 1892 is a resistance from yesterday. I'm gonna share the global chart with you guys, where we have failed a couple of times, where the bears are making good resistance, failing bulls again and again from the breakout point. So 1891, 1892 was the target for bulls today, but it was also a target for bears to start selling short the market. Like, let me take this thing. I mean, this is the high, like 1892.75. Bulls were trying to break out through this, for the first attempt, second attempt, third attempt. We failed. Right now, we are making more resistance here, like we failed. Right now, again, we are about at 1891. We are again failing. So, what's happening here? Like the thing is that 1892 is a point where like bulls gave up few times. When bulls are giving up few times, bears are shorting that market, thinking that there's a lot of resistance. There are a lot of bulls who have taken a long position at this point. They're holding a negative position right now. They will be taking profits. So we need to, for major support and major resistance, I often look at the Globex chart, where let me where we can easily see that this is our resistance. We are kind of in a trading range right now. After a breakout, we are in a trading range right now. We are at the high of the trading range. Will you buy here? I will not buy here. The thing is, I need to trade well above 1892 to see that the breakout has happened. And secondly, the round number, which is 1900. We need to trade well above 1900 to see that we are going for the next leg up or not. So let's go back to what we were doing. Settings, futures. So at the end, if you see, like what happened at the end, these bulls were not giving up at the support at the breakout point, which was about 1886, and bears were not giving up at 1892. We saw this kind of a trading range at the end of a day. So basically, today the good price action was only the good. The good trading was only between somewhere here, or it was a good price action 18 from 1871 to the 1892 1891ish, where we saw a bull leg, bulls buying, pullback, bulls buying. Many of the days we see we are trapped with our emotion. We are trapped with our emotions, that we get our mindset towards one side of the market. I was bullish before open, like, so I could not take this kind of a sell off, and the sell off was not prominent, as I have shared everything before you guys as well. These tails were not good. So this was a good entry for me, where I saw that, like, bulls are coming back. First entry closing near the high filled me up with this stop here. So this was the time when I really made all my money. I have shared with you guys here as well, like on the Twitter as well, that this is the time where I made all of my money. So the thing here is that every candle is a setup. Every candle is a buy or a sell. But we need to take a best setup. We are here to make living. We are not here to gamble. We are not here to take chances. We are here to be at a higher probability side. We are here to be on the side of the trade where we can see that the probability is very, very high. This is closing near the high, like probability is very high. First push, this is the second entry long. We get the breakout from the high of the day. This the bears didn't took this breakout, so it was more likely, it was a very clear price action after 11-12 o'clock. Remember, I always say that, like 11 to 2 3 o'clock we should not trade. If you see my Twitter account, I was about to leave for the day at 11:30, and I would have came back here. I would have missed this, but it's okay. I make money every day, because every day during the start we get trend, or during the last 1 hour we get trend. There are very, very, very few days when middle of the day we get a trend day. Like today was a trend day, but near the middle of the day. So it's okay. Like if you miss something, we miss something. The bigger picture, I need to make good money at the end of a month. I need to be able to pay my rent. Should be able to pay my mortgage. I should be able to pay my kids, like tuition fees. I should be able to pay my phone bill. We should be able to pay all those things easily. Like we should not be struggling. We should not be taking so many chances that our confidence go low. We overtrade. There is no good thinking, there is no good way to overtrade and make money. Trade less. Wait for the setup to happen. If setup is not there, setup is not there. Simple. It's as simple as get. Like, so do not trade. Only trade when you see the setup is there. You have traded this kind of a setup. Go with volume. Trade one contract today. Maybe next time you see, trade one more. Maybe a couple of days later, next week, you see the setup is just setting up again the same way. Go for 10 contracts, go for 50 contracts, go for 100 contracts. There is no limit to make money, but increase the number of contracts. Do not increase the number of trades. You cannot keep on scalping. You cannot keep on collecting pennies and losing pennies, and collecting pennies and losing pennies. You will die with the paper cut. You really do not want to do that. You want to make it enjoyable. You want to make it profitable. You want to make it it makes you happy at the end of the day. So trade less, trade the same setup. I'm trying to share as much as I can on the Twitter account. Follow me there. There's a lot to be made from the market. As of now, I'm bullish only if we take above 1892 and we take 1900, which is a round number, which is a very big support right now, and then we'll go from there. Good luck, everybody.